Hi guys, and welcome to Dion's Book Corner. I'm so excited to share this book with you today. Princess Daisy and the Dragon and the Nincompoop Knights. It's written and illustrated by Steven Lenton. The trouble with most fairy tales is that they sound the same. There's usually a problem and a dragon who's to blame. And sometimes there's a tower with a princess stuck inside, a kingly dad, and lots of knights who often want a bride. But though this is a fairy tale with all the usual team, if you read on, you'll find that things aren't always what they seem. Our story starts at midnight, when the king was gently snoring, and suddenly was woken by some truly dreadful roaring. The townspeople were woken too. "Let's go and find the king. He'll know what to do about this terrifying thing." The king was pretty clueless. "I've hardly slept a wink." But Princess Daisy shouted down, "Hang on, let's have a think. I can see from way up here singed trees and a burnt wagon. The evidence makes me conclude our problem is a dragon."
"By Jove, I think you've got it," cried the king. "Oh, yes, of course. And what we need to fight it is a brave knight on a horse."
So the king sent out a message far and wide across the land.
"Help! We need a hero. Can you come lend a hand?"
By Tuesday, 3 knights had arrived. They claimed to be the best. "Just show us where this dragon lives. We'll rid you of the pest. And in return we would expect a princely plot to land, a bag of gold, a chest of jewels. Oh, and your daughter's hand." But Daisy shouted to the king, "Hang on a minute, Dad. What if we're mistaken? What if the dragon isn't bad? These knights are twits. It's plain to see. But I know what to do. If only I weren't in this tower. Please let me ride out too."
"Not a chance," the king replied. "It's just not safe," he said. "Princesses are not meant to fight. Now go so instead."
The knights rode out next morning with a noisy trumpet blast. They preened and fluffed their feathers, and they boasted to the last. The first was Sir Daring Do. "I'm fearless, bold, and brave. Just watch me slay the dragon when I ride into that cave." He galloped up, his sword held high, and took one look inside. But his legs turned to jelly.
"Eek! I want my mom!"
he cried. Sir Musclebound was next in line. His armor clanked and clinked.
"Forget about Sir Daring Do.
He was the weakest link.
Look, what you need is power and might, and I'm just your man. I'll squash that dragon in its cave. It's such a simple plan. You'll be amazed by my great strength. Just watch me throw this boulder. Ouch! Oh, no, I can't go on. I've really hurt my shoulder."
"These 2 knights are no good at all," Sir Brainbox sneered and scuffed. "I've made a foolish fiendish trap." He whipped the cover off. Sir Brainbox tiptoed to the cave. "Come out, you fiend," he said. "I've got a kitchen sandwich on some pumpernickel bread." A jet of smoke came from the cave. He backed towards the trap. The shiny teeth were ready, and they bit his bottom. Snap! The king's mouth dropped open wide.
"Oh, who will save us now?"
But wait! Here comes another knight who's sitting on a cow. People laughed and pointed. "That arm is a fright. He's got a book. He's got no sword. He's It's far too small to fight. Just watch and learn, the knight replied, and rode into the cave. The crowd all gasped in horror. Who thought he'd be so brave? And then all went quiet. There was not a single sound. I cannot bear it, cried the king, and fainted to the ground. The night was gone for ages, and everyone got bored. Then, just as it was time for tea, the dreadful dragon snored. Then, with the dragon sound asleep, the knight came from the cave and said, "Don't worry, we're all safe," and gave a cheerful wave. "This dragon's just a baby. Come here, take a look." All she wanted was some milk, a cuddle, and a book. And as for all you nincompoop and vain and foolish knights, with all your noise and silliness, you gave her quite a fright.
I know that voice, the king cried out. At least I think I'm right. Daisy, is that you, my dear? Are you our mystery knight?
You're right, it's me, the princess said. I know it's a surprise. You said you wouldn't let me out, so I came in this disguise. I know you put me in the tower to keep me safe from harm, but princesses can do much more than curtsy, dance, and charm. Girls are clever, tough, and bold, and brave, and strong, and true. We're just as good as boys, you know. We can be heroes, too. Then everybody cheered. Well, that's a turn up for the books. And doesn't it just go to show you mustn't judge on looks? Much later, when Queen Daisy ruled, she kept her dragon friend. And as they should in stories, they lived happily. The end. Thanks for coming along with me today on this awesome book adventure. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button down below. That way you get notifications when the next video comes up. I'll see you guys soon.